Since I'm almost got the Viking sword project wrapped up, my next project from the same type of steel is going to be making a full-length katana from this. This is the same thing I made the Viking sword from. So I'm going to cut this off. I already started a little bit. And without this part on here, this bar, and I think I cut this off. I'm probably just going to leave this on. Weighs about 9 pounds. So after I get this cut off, eventually, probably not today, but eventually, I'm going to split it down the middle, split it in half. So it'll weigh about, what, 4.5 pounds? And that's what I'm going to start forging from. So you can see the process here. This thing is thick. You could build a gun barrel out of this thing. I'm not sure if it came from a tractor or a truck or a car or whatever it is, but it's I'm pretty sure it's a rear axle. And it's heavy as shit. It's greasy as shit too. The good thing about it is, it was free. I found both of them at the junkyard. But it's good steel. thing is thick. So anyway, you can see it's going to take a long time to cut that thing off. I mean, it's thick. And yes, my shop is a mess. But just to show you guys what I have to work with. You know, I don't have all these hydraulic presses and power hammers and stuff that a lot of these other guys have. I have this Grizzly 72-inch belt sander. Not the best on the market by any stretch of the imagination. And when it comes to a drill press, I have this, a drill. My workbench over here, it's a mess. Everything in here is a mess. I clean it up like once a year whether I need to or not. Okay, so it's going to be a while. I'm not going to bore you with all that, but it's, you know, that cutting this off is going to be the fast part. Cutting it in half, I don't know, I'll probably have to buy 3 or 4 more discs just to get this cut in half. All right, and then once that happens, here's my fork. Well, here's my quince tube that I made. This one's not connected, so I have the Hell's Forge. These 2 burners are too far apart, actually. They should have, you know, I should have sprung. I got the 3 burner, really. Okay. So there's my forge. Pair of antique. Those are antiques. I bought this about 7 or 8 years ago. I actually made these from rebar. Here's my power hammers. Once again, everything. The wind, the rain, and everything blew everything down out here. So this is where I make everything. And even I wonder, how do I make everything with such primitive stuff? Well, I do the best I can. That's how. So that will be the beginning of the Katana. I've made a couple of wakizashi. I hate calling them katanas or wakizashis because, you know, they're not real Japanese blades made in Japan by the Japanese craftsmen. So they're Japanese style blades. And this will be the beginning of the full length. I made a full length one time before. I'm going to show you something. I tried to do it the traditional way as far as the heat treat goes. You know, using water. I'll show you this. It's rotting now. I built this box for my water tank. It was sealed up. You can see the stuff where I sealed it up and everything. And I had it up to 120 degree water, that's what I read everywhere. It said it has to be 120 degrees. How did I know it was 120 degrees? It's got a thermometer on it. Dropped it in there until it said 120. And I had a full-length Katana, forged it out. And when I put it in there, all I heard was ting, 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 ting. I was, oh, I mean, it cracked in like 4 or 5 places. So I will not be quenching anything in water again. Oil. And I'll just shape it. Okay, my wife's calling me to come in to eat. Okay, I'm coming. All right, see you later.